Are you willing for GATE 26 examination and want to balance it along with your college studies or job? So this session belongs to you. Watch it till the end. In this particular session, we will going to talk about all the challenges that a student faces while he's reading his BTech in the college or doing a job and simultaneously preparing for GATE exam. So do watch this video till the end. Before starting this session, a quick announcement. First of all, my dear, the Telegram group link is given to you in the description box. You can join our Telegram group to enjoy the daily quizzes, to have the PDFs of the notification. We regularly conduct the seminars and webinars to create more awareness about the GATE examination and the opportunities related with the GATE examination. We at IMS GATE Academy, we offer you with this live online program where we are providing with 800 hours of live classes with interaction, with doubt solving, and you will be getting a study material which contains theory book and exercise book containing 4,000 practice questions well versed in level 1, level 2 and level 3. You will be getting 33 years of GATE question bank containing detailed solution, alternate solution, key points and chapter overview along with the video solutions of the challenging question. We provide you with 12 personalized one-to-one mentoring session. IMS GATE Academy provides structured mentoring to all its students. Along with that, you will be getting 130 plus tests, India's largest test series containing chapter test, subject test, multiple subject test, advanced subject test, along with full-length mock test. If you want to know more about our course features, you can book a free counseling session. Even if you have some doubts regarding GATE preparation, you can book a free counseling session and you can speak to our education advisors. So my dear, myself Prateek Mishra and I welcome you all to the YouTube platform of IMS GATE Academy. Let's start discussing the challenges faced by the students who want to prepare for GATE 26 examination and parallelly they are either reading their college or they are doing a job. The first common challenge is time management. Over the experience of last 10 years teaching GATE student, one of the major challenge that the student faces is time management. Sir, we have college from morning 9 till evening 5. How we should dedicate time or how we should take out time for GATE preparation? First of all, you have to understand one thing. GATE requires 2 to 3 hours every day from the month of June. Every day. And it is very easy to take out 2-3 hours every day rather than taking out 5 to 6 hours from the month of October, November or December, which is practically impossible, especially for the college going student and the students who are doing their job. In college, you will be involved in a lot of activities. Even after college, you might be investing your time somewhere. So instead of that, start looking into GATE examination. College schedules often leaves limited time. My dear, nobody has a lot of time. In fact, GATE also does not require a lot of time. It requires a well-planned limited time. So from the month of June onwards, 2 to 3 hours on daily basis will help you to complete everything till the first week of December, along with your college studies, along with all the activities of the college. For that, okay, so irregular college hours or extracurricular activities, they actually consume some time, okay. Although you will be highly charged up, highly motivated reading for GATE examination, but there will be 1 or 2 days in which you will be having the internal examinations, you will be having the end semester examinations, you will be having some project work, you will be having some social activities. Because of that, that time is wasted, okay. So rather thinking about that time, you take one decision for yourself ki every day 2 to 3 hours for GATE you will going to dedicate. 1 hour you can dedicate in the morning and remaining 2.5 hours you keep in the evening. Don't believe in this thinking ki okay, after college I will read in one stretch. That happens for very limited time. But when you have a discipline like this, 1 hour in the morning and 2 to 2.5 hours in the evening, it goes on for a very long duration. In fact, you can very effectively complete the syllabus in very less time along with proper practice. The second challenge is, sir, overlapping syllabus and priorities. Although till third year, most of the subject which are there in the syllabus of GATE, student reads in BTech. Hardly 1 or 2 subjects from the final year are included in the GATE syllabus. And when you check out, you will find out that the weightage of those 1 or 2 subjects which you haven't read till third year is not that much. So most of the subjects which you have read in your BTech up till third year, those are the major portion of GATE syllabus. Now, sir, what is the difference? My dear, first of all, you have to understand one thing, that GATE exam and your end semester exam have a separate pattern. Separate mindset is required to look into both the examination. Your end semester examination is designed in such a way that even the average student should score well in that exam. But your GATE exam is a competitive examination. Intentionally, it is designed in such a way that a simple question seems very complicated when you read the question. The language is twisted. The data presented is hidden. So a different approach is required if you start looking for GATE examination, if you are looking for GATE examination and if you are looking for the end semester examination. So sir, how we can do it? When the syllabus is same, the only thing that you need to change is your point of view. You have to look the same syllabus with a different point of view. And how you can change the point of view? By understanding the fundamentals of the subject and relating those fundamentals with the question asked in the GATE examination. That is why it is advised to each and every GATE aspirant that if you are preparing for GATE exam, the only source of practice should be the GATE previous year questions. Because those questions will help you to understand the nature of questions asked, the nature of concept understanding that you have to develop in this due course of time. So here I have listed down some of the things that GATE topics align with the college coursework. Depth and approach required for GATE is often different. College exams and GATE exams have different forms. A student prioritize college grades or projects over GATE preparation, leading to inconsistent study progress. Okay. If you are well planned, right, this last challenge never comes up. I haven't seen any ranker till date who thinks about this last challenge. They well plan it. By you are currently standing in the month of June. If you are finally a student, you have to think about the project that you have to conduct in the month of December. You need to plan your semester studies because you need to attempt your end semester or mid semester exam in this course of 6 months. So why to wait for the last moment? If you are reading throughout 6 months or 8 months, you are well planned and you can very well attempt your end semester and mid semester examination along with GATE preparation. So this particular challenge, overlapping syllabus and prioritizing your college studies, is not that a great challenge, but it can be very well planned for next 6 to 8 months. Because standing in the month of June, if I'm currently reading my 7th semester, I know that in 1 month I will be having my first internal. After 3 months, I will be having my second internal. After 4-5 months, I will be having my end semester examination. And probably 6 months down the line, I need to start my project. So that time you can plan very well. Along with your GATE preparation. Again, I am repeating for the college going students and the students who are doing their job. Every day, 2 to 3 hours. 1 hour in the morning, 2 to 2.5 hours in the evening. That should be your plan. Let's move ahead with this. Lack of proper guidance. When the student knows about GATE examination, the first thing they know is GATE is required for taking MTech admission. They don't have proper idea about the opportunities through GATE. And when you don't have proper idea about opportunities through GATE, when you don't have idea about the exam pattern of GATE, you just randomly start reading from anywhere. And that is one of the biggest problem with the student these days. When you don't have a proper study material, when you don't have proper awareness about the examination, you are not moving in the right direction. First, you should understand what is the requirement of the GATE exam and what is the GATE exam pattern. From GATE, you will be selected in public sector undertakings. You will be selected for master courses at IISc, IITs and NITs and other government colleges. For both of these selection, your core fundamentals is the key. If you don't have proper understanding of the engineering subjects, you cannot excel in both the areas, whether it is area of research or whether it is your job in the PSU, public sector undertakings, because they conduct humongous projects. Any project which is directly contributing into nation building is conducted by PSUs. And what they want is that if they are hiring any engineer, that engineer can understand the problems which are there on the field and provide the solutions accordingly. That is why when you check out all the GATE questions, most of the GATE questions are actual field problems which are faced by the engineers. So that is your first test. Actually, it is done on lab, but it is a field test. How you analyze the situation and how you provide solution to it. So first thing is, without access of quality resources, you will be moving in haywire direction, which will not land you anywhere. Next one is confusion about these study materials. If you start purchasing all the books which are available in the market, you will land nowhere and you will learn nothing from it. GATE requires precise reading, but more practice and testing. Because only 65 questions are asked in GATE examination and most of these questions are numerical questions. Three types of questions are asked: multiple choice question, multiple select question and numerical answer type question. In fact, in GATE there is one contrary point. If you look into other examination, the easiest questions asked are the theoretical questions, statement based. In GATE examination, the toughest questions are theoretical questions. So that is a contrary with GATE examination. And answering those theoretical questions will require actual depth in the subject. So you should be having proper pinpointed study material which targets for GATE examination. GATE requires precise reading, more practice, more revision. It is advised that before GATE examination, at least 3 times of previous year GATE questions you have to do. Not all of them, but at least for last 15-20 years. Minimum of 3 times before GATE examination. Then limited awareness about GATE exam pattern, weightage of the topics and effective strategies. Now for example, let me take an example from civil engineering background. You have list of all the subjects. You have subjects like geotechnical engineering, environmental engineering, transportation engineering, which is having huge weightage. Geotech is asked for 15 to 16 marks. Environment is asked for 9 to 11 marks. Transportation is asked for again 9 to 11 marks. So if the student don't read the subject properly, do not revise the subject properly, eventually his marks will going to reduce in the GATE examination. He will not be able to solve more questions which are framed from these particular subjects. So subject with high weightage should be given priority and should be revised for more number of times, should be practiced for more number of times, including maths and aptitude. So in GATE examination, first of all, you need to identify a mentor for yourself. Get a mentor for yourself which can actually plan everything for you, and that's what we do at IMS GATE Academy in structured mentoring. We provide you with a proper study plan for every 20 days or 25 days. You are damn clear what you have to read, how you have to read, how much you have to practice, and how you have to evaluate your improvement or evaluate your progress. That we do in structured mentoring at IMS GATE Academy. So identify yourself a good mentor, stay in touch with him, and take a study plan from him and actually work over that study plan. The major confusion that happens for GATE aspirant is they have to deal with 10 to 13 subjects in a span of 6 to 8 months. After reading 2-3 subjects, they start getting confused whether I should learn a new subject or revise the previous one. And there is the role of mentors comes into your life. I'm telling you, mentors are those friends which actually help you to acquire something really good for yourself, and you will not even realize what kind of impacts these people do in your life. So get yourself a good mentor. If you want to know about mentoring, you can again book a free counseling session with us. Talk about your career options, what you want to do, and we can definitely help you to achieve those things for you through GATE. Let's move ahead. Distractions. College life involves social activities, events that distract from GATE preparation. I told you, we have a limited time. All of us have a limited time. The student who are preparing for GATE with college or without college, everybody has a limited time. In the era of social media where distraction is the easiest thing to happen in your life, staying focused is the key. 2 to 3 hours every day. That is the sole answer who is preparing for GATE examination with college or job. And that too from the month of June. If you start reading from the month of June, probably by the month of December, first week or second week, you can finish the entire subject with the revision of at least 3 to 4 subjects. And that is what you should target. Next, comparing your progress with your friends who are also preparing for GATE examination. My dear, this comparison should be out of your life. Everybody has their own timeline. Everybody has their own way of doing things. Your friend might have started in the month of January. You might be starting in the month of June. So definitely there will be a gap. So don't think about that gap because that will going to create anxiety. You write down your timeline. You make your plan when you will going to read which subject, when you will going to start the revision, when you will going to start taking the test series. You should have your plan for yourself without any comparison. The only discussion that should happen with you and your friends is discussion about your doubts, discussion about their doubts. Many times I see students that whenever they are doubtful about a question, they just see the solution and they move ahead. That will not solve the problem. That discussion will solve the problem. If you have a good friend who is also preparing for the same GATE examination, make a group, discuss it. Whatever doubts you have, discuss it. The best way of remembering any concept for longer time is to teach it to someone, is to discuss it with someone. That is the only way. Most of the students, they just start revising the formula sheet. Okay, that also helps. But that discussion for 5 minutes make you strong like anything in that particular concept. Moving ahead with this, the next is conceptual gaps and weak fundamentals. GATE is a very, I should say, primary exam. It is not a very complicated exam. Now, why it feels complicated is most of the engineers who are reading BTech, they lack in basic fundamentals. Basics of physics from 10th, 11th and 12th class. And that is from where the problem starts. So identify your weak areas, especially in physics, which are required in your subject. Make them strong. Read it properly. Make your fundamentals strong. Because those fundamentals will help you to solve a complicated question. If you do not believe my words, check out all the GATE previous year GATE questions. The most complicated GATE question is framed from the fundamentals. The easiest question will be framed from the formulas. Like whatever end result you get after applying the fundamentals, using that formula, if any question is framed, it is the easiest one. Because you have to just substitute the values in the formula and you have to get the answer. But if the question is framed from the fundamentals, it will be the most challenging question in GATE. So make your fundamentals strong. See how much you can develop your thought process of doing the derivation. You don't have to derive all the formulas, but you should at least know from where the formula came. So that if any question is framed from that fundamental, you can answer it properly. There are subjects which will be depending on those fundamentals, right? In GATE, we have a sequence of subject. Like if you belong to civil, strength of material is the basic subject which will help you to read structural analysis. Strength of material and structural analysis helps you to read RCC and steel structures. Like that, you have a sequence in all the branches, whether you belong to mechanical, whether you belong to CS data science, whether you belong to EC electrical IN. Every branch will have that sequence which starts from the fundamental of physics of 10th, 11th and 12th class. So make your fundamentals strong which are required for the subjects. Next is maintaining the consistency and motivation. GATE is not like 1 week job or 1 month job. GATE requires some discipline. It is a project which lasts for minimum of 6 months. So from today, you have to be consistent for next 6 months. You have to be motivated. Now, sir, saying this is very easy. How to actually do it? The answer to this is, if you have a proper plan, if you know what you have to read for next 15 days, you will eventually complete that task. And that completion of one task will give you the motivation to plan for again next 15 days. So don't take a big leap, take small steps, but consistent steps. That is the pure funda of preparing for GATE examination and staying motivated. When you achieve small targets, you do not need external source of motivation because you are internally motivated. You are planning for yourself and you are achieving every small bit in a duration of 2 weeks or 15 days. So that is the key of keeping yourself charged up, keeping yourself motivated throughout the entire preparation journey. Now, sometimes what happens is, after reading one subject, when the student takes the test, like say if you are reading the first subject as engineering mathematics and you take the chapter test, you don't get that much marks. And when you don't get that much marks, you eventually feel demotivated. Arey bhai, everybody who has read for GATE is started from the same level. The level in which you are there presently. You will not get too much marks in your first test or in your first subject, but that is how the things starts. It is a journey of improvement. And for improving yourself, you need to identify your weak areas. So do not get demotivated after attempting the chapter test. Feel proud that you have identified your weak areas, and when you are going to revise the subject, you will work over those weak areas and you will improve your weak areas. So that is how the journey goes. It is a journey of 6 to 8 months, which starts by sheer analyzing your weak areas, working over your weak areas, making them strong, so that in the GATE examination, you can answer your weak areas very effectively. Let's move ahead with this. Next one is maintaining health and lifestyle. GATE examination or any competitive examination requires mind. For proper functioning of mind, these 3 things are very important. First one is good diet. Second one is proper sleep. Third one is proper exercise. Physical exercise I am talking about. And if you are on poor diet, irregular sleep and lack of exercise, you will not even feel like reading. In fact, you don't feel like doing anything. So if you are in your preparation journey, you have to take care of all the 3 things. Have a proper diet, have regular sleep, have at least half an hour of physical activity through which you can sweat. If you sweat every day, your mind stays fresh and you will have more energy to do your task every day. So that is a fundamental thing that you have to take care if you're preparing for GATE examination. Let's move ahead with this. Last one is exam pressure and fear of failure. In civil, this year 79,000 students appeared in GATE. In CS, almost 1,50,000 students appeared in GATE. In mechanical, if I am correct, 82,000 students appeared in GATE. In EC, 85 to 87,000 students appeared in GATE. So approximately 1 lakh student per branch appears in GATE. How many student gets, how many students qualify GATE? Only 18%. Means out of 100 marks, only 18% of the student just qualify the exam. That is, they get between 25 to 30 marks. Now, sir, why this happens? This happens because they are not aware about the exam pattern. They are not sure why they are preparing. And they have just randomly attempted GATE. Okay. So GATE is not having too much competition, right? Don't look into that 1 lakh figure per branch. Look into those 18,000 students who are just merely getting 25 plus marks. In an examination where maths is asked for 13 to 15 marks, aptitude is asked for 15 marks, students find it challenging to score 25 marks. And if you look into the sheer competition in GATE, it is hardly those 4,000 to 5,000 serious aspirants who actually want to crack the examination. So your competition is not 1 lakh student per branch. It is actually those 4,000 to 5,000 students who are sincere, who are honest to themselves, who want something good in their life. And how you can fall in that category? Plan yourself, understand the exam pattern, have some realistic goal, one step at a time, and small steps keep on achieving for next 7 to 8 months. And even you will not realize how easy it was to crack this examination. Fear of failing to secure good rank. Why you have to think about the rank? Think about your preparation. If you have taken a decision to prepare for GATE, think about how you can make this day more effective. If this day is more effective, eventually your days will be improving day by day and you will be having a good rank. If you're not preparing today, eventually you will fall into a bad rank. So that good or bad rank is not in control. This day, how you can effectively make this day is in your control. How you can effectively use this day, how you can effectively use the time, how you can increase the efficiency of reading, that is in your control. So think about today rather than thinking about what will be your rank in the GATE examination. Have a clear-cut plan for every day. If you know what you have to complete in a day or in a week, eventually you do not need any extra source of motivation. You will just perform the task, complete the task, and plan the next one. And that is how the journey goes for GATE preparation. Balancing college grades and job KRA with GATE performance creates a dual pressure. First of all, whether it is a college, whether it is a job, or whether it is GATE preparation, do not do anything under pressure. Do not do anything which creates anxiety. Have some realistic goals for both. If you are a college reading students, keep a check on your syllabus, keep a check on your mid-semester and end-semester examination or your project, and parallelly take out time to prepare for GATE. Just think in this way, if you take out half an hour every day, and in that half an hour, if you're solving 5 GATE questions, it is like you're solving 150 GATE questions in 1 month. Okay, so do not need to take out like a stretch of 4 hours or something like that. Take out half an hour in between. That extra half an hour in your preparation will going to create an impact like anything. So start thinking in this direction. If you have to do something, have a rigid confidence on it. Have a sheer confidence on it that whatever it takes, I will going to do it. And I will do it with a proper plan. I will not going to move randomly. In today's era, smart hard work is required. Only hard work or only consistency will not help you to get a good rank in the exam you are targeting. Smart hard work with proper plan, with proper revision, with proper mock test is required to crack GATE examination. So if I have to summarize everything, create a proper study plan, prioritize high impact topics, revise them and read them for more number of times, use quality resources where the content provided is limited, precise to the point. Then practice mock test which will help you to identify your weak areas so that you can work on your weak areas, and lastly maintain your health. So whether you are a college going student or whether you are doing a job, you have to take out 2 to 3 hours daily for reading GATE. That's it. That is the only thing. Apart from this, these are the important points that you need to take care. Before closing this session, just few announcements here. You can join the Telegram group. The link is provided to you in the description box. You can enjoy the daily quizzes. We provide important updates related to GATE through the seminars and webinars. So you can also join those seminars and webinars, for which again you will get the link in the Telegram group. We at IMS GATE Academy, we provide you with this live online program. My dear, we are also conducting the offline classes in Jayanagar and Malleshwaram in Bangalore and in Vijayawada near Ben Circle. where we are providing with 800 hours of live teaching with interaction. We provide you with theory and exercise book containing 4,000 practice questions, well versed in level 1, level 2 and level 3, so that you have a proper idea in which level your preparation is. We provide you with 33 years of GATE question bank along with detailed solution, key points, chapter overview and alternate solution. We provide you with 12 personalized one-to-one mentoring session which helps you stay focused, motivated and oriented throughout the GATE preparation journey. We provide you with 130 plus online test. It is India's largest test series containing chapter test, subject test, multiple subject test, advanced subject test along with full-length mock test. If you want to test our product, we provide you with a GATE zero fee program where you have to just sign up for free and you will be getting 50 hours of concept videos along with 3 GATE chapter test and subject test along with 1 personalized guidance session totally for free to check our product. So I would just like to congratulate our toppers for this year who have done really well and secured them a good college through their sheer hard work. You can be in the same picture if you join IMS GATE Academy, if you have taken the decision to prepare for GATE. So I hope whatever we have discussed in last few minutes, it will help you surely to take a decision about GATE examination and start working for GATE 2026 examination with IMS GATE Academy. So myself Prateek Mishra signing off with a smile. If you have liked this information, don't forget it to share with your friends and do hit the subscribe button and keep on liking the videos. Thank you so much.